Morning everyone, this is Rajendran here joining from Market Calls. Welcome everyone to live trading room on Market Profile. So in today's expiry day, right, we're going to look into the Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis. So before getting into the session, just give me a quick confirmation about the audio and video quality so that we can straight away we can kickstart with the session. Is the audio and video quality is good? All right, great. Thanks everybody. So let's kickstart with the session here. We'll straight away we'll look into the current market setup. Let's try to understand what is happening in Nifty and what happened the last couple of days. What happened in Nifty is that 31st of August, right? 31st of August, that is a Monday. The week started with a gap up and price done an emotional liquidation. I guess you people know why the liquidation happened. It happened primarily because of the India-China border tension. And maybe it looks like it's a very big drop and maybe big money is coming and selling. But actually what is happening inside here is that old longs, most of the longs who entered in the last couple of days, right? So a lot of weaker longs entered and all those longs, all those short-term longs got flushed out with an avalanche effect. We call this an avalanche effect or a firecracker effect. It is more of an old money who is closing down their longs. We call that as an old business. Followed by that, we got a GDP announcement. Of course, you guys know that the GDP numbers has been big negative. However, which is well anticipated, not much of a surprise there because entire global markets are having such kind of GDP contraction. Despite that negative GDP contraction, price failed to break down below that. All right, which is an positive scenario. Price is able to held on to such kind of even after that 400 points drop intraday, right? So price is able to hold on to such kind of losses and it is able to recover, not much. However, it is able to recover. Part of the recovery has been coming in over here, which is a kind of a strength, right? So lack of negativity, even despite the negative activity in the markets, despite market failing to continue on the downside, is probably a sign of a strength. And in such a case, what you have to do, I mean, probably look for some long opportunities. That is what I've been focusing on in today's session. I'm just trying to look into the long session. I'm just focusing on 11,550 option. So let me pull up the 11,550 option here. I'm just also parallelly using AMI broker side by side. So here it is 11,550 option. This is one of the options which I've been looking out for, a long opportunity. Let me explain why I'm just looking into here. Couple of things I've been looking around. One is I've been looking into that this emotional liquidation, it puts a lot of pressure in the markets. The India-China tension, border tension, which is putting a lot of tension in the markets, which the chances for today's market activity is that there are chances are there that this emotional liquidation get eased out. The chances are very, very higher, and it could start rallying on the higher side. There are a couple of reasons to consider over here. One of the primary reason is that lack of negativity. Second reason is that 2 days of pressure has been held on, and yesterday you can see that the structure had built an prominent point of control. So followed by the prominent point of control, today's activity, you see that the value area is still building on the higher side. So today's value area building on the higher side is very, very important because part of the rule what we measure on a daily basis is that we go and check out. So on a daily basis, we'll be checking around what is the opening confidence for the day, how the traders are thinking, or what makes them to think so, and what is the running market confidence. Are there any chances that the market confidence can change? What are the chances that it can change? And what is the initial auction? So initial auction, again, it helps traders to understand what markets are doing, where market can do more activity, right? So that's what the initial auction is. So as the day starts, I'll be start focusing on initial auction. And developing point of control, again, that's a very important thing. Developing point of control, where the point of control is getting developing for the day. So which will help traders to take a fair idea about where more time can be spent, and where developing value area, where the value area is getting developed, or if there is any one time framing, or what is the tempo for the day. Is it a slow market? It is a fast market? So these are the set information which will help you to understand whether to take a trading decision or not immediately, right? So if you look into that structure, it has all the odds of going for a potential long opportunity, kind of an open test drive, we can call that, right? So that odds are there, means right from the open, the long opportunity exists in the markets. What I was expecting is that I'm expecting the tensions, India-China tensions, to ease up, and the chances of moving a bit on the higher side. So here is the order flow as well. In case of order flow, right? Order flow, the volume activity is pretty impressive. Volume started moving on the higher side. If you see the volume activity is good. And last couple of last half an hour, right, the activity has been going dull, boring kind of, which is fine. And when it comes to Bank Nifty, right, we are having a very interesting reference over here, the G2 high reference, which makes an interesting odds are there. More the odds that Bank Nifty is likely to move above 23,900 levels, right? Repeat again, more the odds that Bank Nifty is able to move above this 23,900 levels, which is nothing but the, so one of the halfback reference over here. You see this yellow color line, the halfback reference. We can use this as a reference to look for long opportunities. As of now, it is not. However, if any move above this long opportunity, then possibly a potential short covering could happen towards this G2 high. This can be used as one of the potential intraday target from today's angle perspective. The G2 level, which comes around 24,200 levels. 24,200 levels. So let me tell you what happened in Nifty is that yesterday, right, last 2 days, it is an inside bar. So 1st of September is an inside bar, and 2nd of September is also an inside bar. So dual inside bar is happening. So whenever this dual inside bar is happening, market goes under some sort of a compression band. So kind of an tension is getting gripped up, and that potential energy is there to push the market to any extreme. And so far, what we have to monitor here is that we have to start monitoring the confidence. So I've been having a sheet where I am going to record the confidence over here. So far, I had recorded the pre-analysis. I had done the pre-analysis over here. Monthly is an uptrend, weekly is an uptrend, daily is in sideways, which I'm going to show you a couple of minutes from here. And volatility is kind of, there is a minor shoot in the volatility. Implied volatility is around 21. So far, trading sentiment is negative, but value is building positive. That is a very good indication, especially after a compression day. Value forming higher is one of the most interesting aspect, because value is what? If value is building higher, then means more higher odds are there that more higher trading activity can likely to happen in this scenario here. higher chances of value building higher. That is a clear indication that more and more people are interested in trading on the higher side. So in such a case, if value is building on the higher side, more activity can be anticipated here. More and more activity might be pushing the price up. So these chances are pretty much higher. Maybe in the worst case, what can happen here is that maybe a drop and then it could start inching up higher, right? That chances are pretty much higher. Even if you see that activity is going sideways, mostly sideways, and then there is a drop, and then it can move like this. So what I'm watching here is that on the downside, 11,520 is what I'm watching on the downside. However, one important thing is that there is a huge single print zone over here. You see that I drawn a band over here, a band of single print zones. Point of control building above the single print zone. As of now, point of control is building above here, which is a good sign. So more and more activity is going to happen over here. More the odds that even there could be some sort of a breakout failure, or maybe some sort of a price straight away inching up towards 11,600 and 11,650 kind of levels are a possible trading activity as far as today activity is concerned. All right, there are two scenarios which I'm considering. One is probably a straight move where the day low will not get violated. If in case the day low got violated, right? So what we can think over here is that the second scenario. So where the second scenario is a bit interesting, where price moves sideways and the price breaks the day low, it pulls back and it again moves towards the 11,600 and 11,650 kind of levels. So that is the information which I've been thinking at this point of time. So these scenarios at the money calls are the very good place to look for an potential long opportunity. All right. So maybe if you look from the confidence perspective, price broken the 2-day high by a couple of ticks. It got back in, started doing activity here. But still what is happening here is that still the activity is one time framing. As I said, I'll give more importance to the one time framing. Price is clearly one time framing here so far. So this pattern is still holding up. So that if more the chances that the one time framing is holding up, more higher the odds that the auction could remain higher, point of control will remain higher, value area will remain higher, and chances of price moving on the higher side is quite possible from the intraday perspective. All right. So let's do a top-down analysis, because top-down analysis help us to keep ourselves objective, and it helps us to monitor certain levels which invalidates our view, and also it helps us to focus on what the market itself doing rather than what we want from the markets, and it helps us to maintain what is possible in these markets. So let me go on to the PPT here. So this is monthly charts of Nifty, where you can see Nifty itself one time framing consecutively keeps on making uptrend without breaking the previous month low, right? So last month low was roughly around 10,870 or 60 levels, roughly around 11,800 plus levels. So where the trend is consecutively able to make an higher high as well as higher lows as well. So that's what we call as one time framing, which is an indication of investors are in control. So right from the start, 7,500, they came back to 11,561 levels. And if I move to one step lower time frame, weekly. So weekly also you can see that the structure is still maintaining the uptrend, though there was a potential liquidation happened, right? So potential liquidation happened. Last week low was broken, the 11,410 levels, which got broken by Monday itself. Followed by that, the failure to sustain below 11,410 is not happened. The sellers are not able to push and hold down below 11,410 levels. That is an very interesting information, we can say that. So that means the sellers, whoever try to push down below the previous week low, they are not showing more attention. Not more sellers are interested to sell below previous week low. Again, that is again a sign of strength in the markets. Not only that, if you go to the daily perspective as well, as I said, last 2 days we've been seeing an prices compressing, and after that, India-China tension, markets are maintaining muteness in the last 2 days. Though there was price was inching up, moderately inching up, but compared to the Monday's crash, the recovery so far in the markets was very, very lesser in the markets. So it is always good to start with a top-down analysis, because it gives you a fair idea like what is happening and who is moving the markets. Are there any extremes price is showing, or that will help you to, even after this kind of a sudden crash in the markets, it will help you to make yourself objective rather than putting this India-China border tensions in our head, rather than keeping that bigger negative GDP in our mindset. We will stay focused on what the market itself trying to do. So what I'm doing here is that I'm just trying to record what are the references, what market is doing. I'm just keep on tracking every half an hour once, which will help me to observe the markets better way, and thereby keeping myself objective. So I'll be able to understand what market is doing. Based upon that, where the trading opportunity is happening, and what level I should monitor and why I should monitor, whether my view is getting invalidated or not. So it gives me a continuous inputs to my view, not only to my view, to what the market itself doing. It gives a better view about what market itself doing. So let's come back here to the markets. So far, nothing much. Prices slowly, the tempo in the market is pretty much slower. Not much of a great move at this point of time, but it is not showing any sort of selling pressure at this point of time. Though from the open, there was a knee-jerk drop happened, and after that, market moved up. It's sustaining over there. So lack of selling pressure at this point of time. So far, they are not even able to break the day low at. This is the early morning low, the letter A period low. I'll be calling that as an early morning low. And that is going to be a critical reference going forward. So we'll come back to Nifty. I mean, Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is also more or less doing activity here. Bank Nifty doing more activity at this place is very much increased. So maybe more activity can happen here, maybe followed by that some uptrending auction after some point of time. That's what I'm just expecting. Maybe in the second half, we can expect some trending activity in Bank Nifty, most likely towards this G2 high. And for Bank Nifty, price holding above, price coming back above 23,900 is the key, right? So that is the key for moving further higher towards that G2 high. And that could be a reasonable target to expect from the intraday perspective as well, because G2 high is a potential auction zone where one can look for a potential short covering also in the markets. All right. And especially when the tensions in the markets are easing up, so the odds of price moving towards the G2 high heavily increased. For that, we need to wait for price to come back about in 23,900 levels to initiate some longs. Whereas in case of Nifty, it is already in long. However, my reading is that at this point of time, price had broken 2-day high. Now it is sustaining below 2-day high. That's not a good buyer's confidence, but this confidence can change. That's what my comment here also. So my comment here is this confidence. Confidence is what the buyers has been doing. Buyers initially broken the 2-day high. They quickly dropped. Immediately they dropped. So probably they dropped within 10-15 minutes. They dropped. And that shows that the opening buyers are not so serious. But chances are there that there are cases where the confidence can change because the value area is still building on the higher side and the price is still not breaking the early morning low. So chances are there that this low buyer confidence activity could change in the upcoming scenario. So we need to monitor for the price to hold above 11,520 levels. So I said why it is so, because price is trading above the single print zone. The single print zone, which happened here on 31st August, this zone is going to be a very important zone, a very crucial zone also. Maybe we can even narrow down to this zone. So this is a very crucial zone. Price staying above this zone is a very important zone. Price started accepting above this zone. Already price started accepting, that itself a sign of strength. More the odds price is staying above, more the odds that price is likely to see the higher reference level. Hence, this 11,520 is going to be a important and a critical reference level as well. As of now, I'm not seeing any emotions. Last 2 days, emotions has been highly controlled. We had a symmetric structure that shows the presence of short-term players coming and accumulating in the markets. So one of the things what we will not do is that we don't fight the short-term players. So only very few cases we will fight against them. But unless otherwise, we tend to go along with what short-term traders are trying to do in the markets. And of course, wherever I'm seeing dumb traders, more the dumb traders we are seeing, more odds that we're going to trade against them. But short-term traders, whether to fight or not, it's a call we will make based upon the profile structure. So at this point of time, a very good activity. Price is able to move above the liquidation zone. So one of this liquidation zone. So if you see the next single print zone reference, right? This is the next single print reference to focus on. This is a big single print reference to focus on. A lot of single prints are there on the upside. So if price is traveling in the zone, then huge strength is returning back into the markets. That's what it means. So these are two back-to-back single print zones are there. Only the very first zone has been able to move up. So maybe this is the next zone to look out for price coming back into this zone, like 11,600 and 11,650 levels. This is a level I've been watching around at this point of time. I'm not even considering this at this point of time. Maybe if this single print zone is price is able to accept, then we can go for even more higher targets. But at this point of time, immediately to consider this 11,600 and 650 zones are the very critical reference, we can say that. So previously you can see that here, a lot of weaker reference levels are there, poor lows and one more poor low and one more prominent point of control, multiple poor lows and one prominent point of control. So too much of weak visual reference levels has been there. Not only that, here there was a weaker point of control So that is one of the primary reason where market itself able to do an inventory adjustment. We call this as an inventory adjustment. So after this inventory adjustment, again, generally if there is no continuation, that itself a sign of a strength. Similar thing which happened a couple of days back, you can see here. There was an inventory adjustment, but still market failed to a big drop, but then market failed to break such kind of levels, and then market is able to pull back again. So now we have a similar structure over here. After this big inventory adjustment, Nifty thus far failed to continue on the downside. So at this point of time, if you ask me what is the initial auction is mostly centering around. So price is more or less centering around over here. Maybe an upside shoot, price again putting the price again above the early morning high. The early morning high was, if you ask me what is the early morning high, the early morning high in Nifty is around 11,594.7. Right, so more higher odds that price staying above this halfback reference, the yellow color line, higher chances are there that an upside move is likely coming on the higher side. So there is a small promo over here. We are doing an 95 plus hours of mentoring on market profile and option trading strategies. So what we are going to talk here is that kind of an how to see the markets using market profile, and how to build a trading context, and how to design your own trades using options, right? And how to control your risk using options. That is what we are primarily going to teach here. Everything we're going to start right from the scratch, right from the option basics to the market profile basics to the option advanced to the market profile advanced. So Option Hydra itself an option mentorship program, where what we will be presenting here is a trading framework that guides traders to navigate the markets like a GPS. So program is a bit intensive, so 95 plus hours. One of the primary reason is that the contents, what we are going to talk about is that detailed insights of options and market profile is what we're going to talk over here. So definitely it suits for full-time and wannabe professional traders. What we will be teaching in Option Hydra is more often how to think in a given market environment, and how to understand that whether when something is going wrong, how to sense it very faster, and how we should take an independent and systematic thinking in a very objective way. That is what we're going to start here. So how to follow the process, and how to follow the process in a short term and very short term trades, in your short term trades, and how to control your risk using options. That is what will be taught in Option Hydra program. So the new batch start from 5th September onwards. You'll be getting an 1 year of recorded access to our previous Option Hydra sessions, as well as the current Option Hydra sessions, the current September series Option Hydra session as well. Along with that, you also get 3 months of complimentary access to our trading plugin with kind of a systematic trading plugin, Trade Studio 5.0. We are also using these plugins as a supportive tool to take better trading decisions, which also explained in the session as well. Along with that, 1 year of recorded access to NinjaTrader 8 online course, because we're going to use NinjaTrader and AmiBroker extensively. So hence 1 year of recorded access to a complimentary access to NinjaTrader 8 webinar also provided along with that. and 1 year of access to our recorded community webinar also provided, and lifetime access to our Slack community, as well as lifetime access to the live community webinars. So these are the access you will be getting as a part of the Option Hydra 2.0 September series. Now, what are the tools you'll be learning here is that you'll be learning various tools, AmiBroker 6.0 and the InJetTrader 8 platform. And I've been using Market Profile on top of Bell Market Profile and Bell Market Profile Ultimate. Along with that, we're also going to use Option Action tool, the Bell Dynamic Profile, and Trade Studio for AmiBroker. So these are the 6 tools you are going to learn in the Option Hydra 2.0 session. So here, let's look into the bit about the volatility. So here is the monthly straddle charts. The monthly straddle is pointing to a possible range around 11,200 to 12,000 levels at this point of time. So 12,000 being the upper extreme for the series. So higher chances are there that the series will be capped at 12,000 levels, and lower end is capped down to 11,200 for this series. And if you go back and see the option action tool, let me pull up the option action tool. Maybe not now, later on we'll look into that. So the price is still centering around. You can see that, you can feel the tempo. Volumes has been started drying down completely, and markets are going sideways. So we also talked about 2 possible scenarios. And Bank Nifty also more or less centering around. So Bank Nifty can do more activity over here, right? So more activity here, maybe before making a move. Maybe the move could happen in the second half. That is what Bank Nifty is pointing to. First half, chances of price balancing here is very, very higher. And moreover, for any uptrend to happen, price has to start moving above 23,900 levels. So that is what it is happening over here. Really nothing much to talk in today's session. It's going to be a kind of a dull, boring first half maybe. Second half could be as exciting as possible. In case of Nifty, right, it looks like more of an initial auction center. Initial auction center means it's most likely kind of a balancing market here. Again, followed by that, I'm expecting some late pickup in the trend, maybe after 12 o'clock or 12:30, right? So after that, maybe there could be a slow and steady pickup in the trend. That is possible. But however, first half, since the volume is already drying, more odds of price going sideways, a bit increased a lot here. All right, so let me also capture the things in the sheet as well. So as of now, you see that letter A, B, C, all these are balancing. So what I'm going to do here, so at this point of time, what we are seeing is that price is balancing around the center, and we are witnessing ABC balancing. ABC balancing means activity is getting widening over here. What we notice is that value area is building higher. This is what today's value area is started building higher compared to the previous day. Not only that, the ABC balancing here is also happening. So it is more of a initial auction center. Remember here, I'm not talking about initial balance. So initial balance is something different that refers the first 1 hour high and low. I'm talking something like initial auction. It's more of an initial auction center. That means chances of first half going sideways increases a lot. Maybe in this case, the second half is what we can anticipate a trend. So let me also share it in my Telegram group as well. Let me open the Telegram and then I'll share it. I'll keep on sharing these levels continuously in today's case. And throughout the day, I'll be sharing the today's observation in the Telegram channel. So if in case, if you want to listen to this Telegram conversation, you can always go and enter the market calls channel ID at the rate of market calls _IN. So that is a Telegram group ID. I mean, that is a Telegram channel ID. You can go over there and you can subscribe and you can listen to that channel. So throughout the day, I'll be posting my observation over here. So let me take a couple of questions before moving on to the next observation. So Adi Mid is asking, is it look about 2-day balance and fail? So this 2-day balance, right? So that's a very good question. However, it is not an look above the balance and fail because the activity itself more of an inside bar price action. So really nothing much to talk over here. Really nothing much happened. That's what we can say over here. Some short-term presence has been there. So it's not look above the balance and fail. But yes, 2-day balance is there. So that's a 2-day balance and the price is still developing value area compared to this 2-day balance value area, right? So still the overall value area is getting built up. That is a very good signature here. But yes, 2-day high broken, price started coming back in, but this confidence can change anytime. Hardly in a day, right? Confidence can change once or very, very rarely it changes twice. So with this given context, more widening can happen. Letter A, B, C, D, and more letters can crowd over here. And followed by that, a slow price action can move the markets towards maybe towards 11,600 and 650 kind of levels. All right. Yeah, we'll move on to the next question. 31st August low is poor low. No, it is not a poor low, right? So it is a poor low because it is very close to a poor low because it left 2 ticks down. I'm using a 2-point TPO here. So it is very close to a poor low, but it is not a poor low. So what is the TPO you're using now for Nifty and Bank Nifty? So in today's example, I'm using it for higher clarity. I'm using it like 2-point TPO. That is what I'm using in Nifty and Bank Nifty today because markets are showing a little bit of volatility. Otherwise, I prefer to use 20 mostly. All right. So 20 is the one I prefer to use mostly, but because of the volatility in the market, the recent volatility in the markets, I switched myself to 40. But however, I prefer to use mostly 1-point TPO. So I can use 1-point TPO, but The problem with the 1 point TPO is that this information, right? This is a huge information. I can still use this to see that. Not a big deal. The thing is that you need to compress and expand most of the time. So in order to avoid compression, I'm just doing that. Otherwise, is that a poor low? It is not. You can see here. That's a 2 TPO down over here. So right now what I'm using is a 1 point TPO. There's not much of a change in the context yet. So volume has been completely dried out. That brings the odds of sideways balancing market in the first half, mostly. And Bank Nifty is, well, still not showing enough strength yet. But once price is able to come back above, probably above this half-back levels. So focus on the half-back levels, half-back level price coming back above the half-back level. The chances of price returning above the strength, above those levels are very, very higher. And moreover, there is a single print zone is there. There's a small single print zone you can see here on 31st of August. And price so far still holding down. So still Bank Nifty is not out of the woods yet. So price has to come back and trade above those levels for any sustainable acceptance. All right. So what happened now? Letter A, B, C, D in Nifty started happening, and more sideways activity started developing. Auction is getting developed over here. So A, B, C, D auction is going on. So let me focus on that auction. I'll make it as like A, B, C, D balancing. It's kind of a more of an A, B, C, D balancing here. So more odds of sideways markets first half. So that is what we seen over here. That is the same thing we are expecting here also. All right. So side by side, we are expecting the same thing. There's no change in the structure yet. Naresh is asking where I can see the option Hydra syllabus. One second. So you can always go to optionhydra.com. So there you can go and see the complete brochure. So you can get those information over here. You can go to the brochure and you can see the complete agenda of the program. So here you can see we are starting with option basics. Followed by that, we are inching up into option strategies, volatility, Greeks, option pricing models. So everything we've been discussing in detail over here. Followed by the option Hydra basic. Option Hydra basic covers only the option basics and option strategies and option adjustments. So those things is what it is covered in the option Hydra basic. Followed by that, option Hydra advance starts from 12th of September onwards. So here in option Hydra advance, right? So we'll be starting market profile right from the basic to the advanced level. In fact, we are going to discuss closely 30 plus intraday trading strategies. Mostly the trading strategies on point of control based and visual reference levels based. Followed by that, we're going to look into what is acceptance, rejections, short-term references, right? How to trade those short-term references, how to trade the market confidence, and what are those short-term nuances like G2, G3, stealth auction, or 45-degree line, or weaker point of control, anomalies, poor highs, poor lows. So those are the in detail things we are going to look in the short-term reference levels. And it is even more detailed. However, this covers, I think it covers only part of the syllabus, I guess. The complete syllabus, you can go and get it from the previous option Hydra advanced session. So you can go to courses.marketcalls.in. So from here, you can go to all courses. So you can check out the option Hydra advanced platform. So here the entire what is covered, right? Everything, you can see the entire course curriculum over here. Bhupinder. So Bank Nifty target approx. So Bank Nifty, as I said, like, so Bank Nifty is still not out of woods yet, but still it's holding on to the positivity. It has to move above 23,900, right? So above this, we talked about this half back level, right? So anything above this half back level, the odds of price testing above this G2 high increases a lot, right? So price has to come back above this, then one can look for a push through towards a possible test towards the G2 high. So that's the thing one should look out for in case of Bank Nifty. So anything above 23,900, it increases the odds of price moving towards the 24,200 levels in futures. So probably futures and spot, maybe a couple of, probably something like 50-60 point difference at this point of time. Any possibility Bank Nifty will go down below 23,600 level for expiry? No, I don't have any clue at this point of time. However, first half so far looks like balancing. That's what we can see here. Maybe second half, if they are breaking down the day low, or maybe if price is failing to break the 23,900 levels in the second half, right? And if that is not happening, maybe auction might shift towards the downside. For any downside, they have to move the price, maybe even breaking this day low. It has a potential of putting it down maybe towards 23,500, but at this point of time, the odds are very, very lesser. That's what I can say that. So I didn't see G2 high in my chart. So maybe the chart what I'm using is Bell Market Profile Ultimate. So if you are using Bell Market Profile Ultimate, definitely in Bank Nifty, you should be able to see G2 high. If you're not seeing G2 high, then make sure that you're going to the indicator section and you're enabling the G2 high reference levels. So here the G2 high reference levels are here. You can go and enable it from here. So make sure that this is enabled if you're using Bell Market Profile Ultimate. And press apply and press OK. You should be able to see the G2 high levels. So nothing really going on. So low volume activity. However, maybe the second buyers are still holding up. Price opened, they dropped and they started balancing. Despite that, value is building higher. That's an indication that a possible kind of an open test drive kind of setup chances are getting built up over here. All right, so let me take some more questions. So what is weaker point of control? Yeah, it is a visual reference level. Sometimes we'll be using this weaker point of control as a target, right? So for example, last Monday, we had used the visual point of control as one of the potential target there. Significance is that it can be used. It is a weaker reference. If you are having any downside view, then weaker point of control acts like one of the potential target zones. Krishna is asking what is the significance of poor lows. See, poor lows are generally created in two cases. One is generally it is done by short-term players. Sometimes a poor low or poor highs will get created because when the inventory is getting long to too long, and then market will try to break first and then it'll start rallying higher. How do I highlight the area? So you can highlight the area probably using this rectangular tool. You can go here and draw the zones probably. So wherever you want to draw the zones, you can highlight it using the zones, or you can also use highlighters. So there is a highlighter over here. However, I prefer not to use the highlighters. In case if you want to use it's more of an horizontal and vertical highlighters are there. You can use these highlighters to draw the zones. So how do current subscribers of Option Hydra 2.0 and Tradzilla can stay updated with subsequent versions? You can always check with the Febinars team. They will guide you on those things. If in case you need to if you have any elaborative queries, you can always get in touch with the Febinars team. They will assist you on the complete details about the program. Any chances of market getting down below 11,500 today? Chances are very, very lesser because so far the market is showing strength. As of now, there are what I'm seeing is that more of a sideways in the first half, and second half chances of going up higher. So far, the activity is that the sellers showed in the first 15 minutes of opening, and then they got back up. Activity started developing at the center. At the center is where more and more trading activity is happening. Selling pressure is nowhere seen, right? So still markets are trading positive, holding positive. So no clear sign of sellers yet, and no clear sign of weakness in the markets also. Yeah, buyers are not serious at the same time, but sellers are also not serious at the same time. So despite everything, value is building higher. That is a critical indication of the buyers still holding up onto these levels. So are you planning to provide any live classes in Hyderabad or Vijayawada? Right. So unless this COVID is not getting settled up, right? So we're not going to make any offline sessions. So maybe once the vaccine is done, so maybe we can consider moving on doing offline sessions. Until otherwise, I prefer to do only live online sessions. Can we say low seller confidence because A period came to single print zone and came up? So yeah, we can say like the buyers also not serious, sellers also not serious. That's what it's happening in activity centering around. But given the odds in the morning, what happened is that buyers showed up above the 2-day high. They dropped and activity started building down. Even activity started building down below the 2-day low. The price went down below the low also. I mean, price tested a day low, early morning low, and they came back up. So actually, no confidence is going on. Neither buyers and neither sellers are holding on, but the value is building up. So uh, even though low seller confidence is showing up, you can say like overall there is no confidence neither from the buyers and sellers at this point of time. And at the same time, activity is building more or less at the center. So sellers are also not serious. All right. Morning buyers are not serious and sellers are also not so serious. Activity is more or less getting built at the center. Is this course available in Hindi? No, we are going to do only in English at this point of time. Maybe in the future, we might consider doing it in Hindi. Option action tool will be explained from basics. Of course, option action tool will be explained from the basic. Everything will be explaining right from the basic only. That is the reason we are giving up almost 95 hours of session. So can you share the settings template for Nifty, right? So yes, I already shared. If you have access to the course, you can go back to the course and you can download from the course portal. All right. How theta detect from premium? This is a question from Saravanan. By the end of the day or hour basic? So theta erosion will be always there, but in case of expiry day, right? First half an hour, most of the theta erosion happens, and last half an hour, most of the erosion happens. In between, very less erosion happens. So mostly first 1 hour and last 1 hour is where you can say like most of the erosions happens, especially in weekly options. Monthly option, that's a different game. In case of monthly option, the theta deduction will be very minimal during the start of the series, and last 10 days, the erosions will go exponential. Right? So Uday is asking what is the significance of double mechanical reference. Double mechanical reference are like kind of a stop zones. Again, it helps traders to identify where most of the stop loss are kept by the traders. Can be used as potential target zones as well. Some in only in selective cases, not in every cases, but in only in selective cases, we'll be using as a potential target levels. So Telegram channel, please. This is what Ashish is asking. Yes, @marketcalls_in is the Telegram group. So Amit is asking, what is the difference between market profile in option Hydra and Trazla? So basically no difference. The difference is that in option Hydra, the context is spoken relative to the option trade setups. Whereas in, where in option Hydra, we not only engage in bullish setup, directional setup, non-directional setup also will be going up. So we'll be taking a neutral approach in the markets also sometimes. Whereas in Tradezilla, market profile and order flow will be thought from a directional trading perspective, where we don't take any neutral bias direction. Even if it is a sideways markets also, still within the sideways market, we'll try to trade the directional game. So option Hydra is more of a directional plus neutral, whereas Tradezilla is only about directional. Can you show ultimate scanner bell TPO works? Yes, definitely we'll be talking about that in the option Hydra sessions. Does the one time framing break in Nifty lead to low day low test? Not really. I don't think so. The price is not one time framing yet, right? So it was one time framing, it broken and then it got back in. That confirms that more and more activity is going to happen in the center here. That's what it's saying. More time we might be spending over here. Maybe first half we might be spending here. Second half we might see some directional activity. NF week low, yesterday single print. Is that a week low? No, we don't. I don't consider that as a week low. There is no week low at this point of time. So where I get order flow charting software? There's a question from Hem Kumar J. So you can go from you can go to belltpa.com and you can go and get the Bell order flow charts. How TradeZilla and Option Hydra can complement each other? There's a question from Sandeep Mittal. Option Hydra is mostly for option trader who want to learn market profile, whereas TradeZilla is mostly for directional trader. It can be an option trader, it can be a futures trader. So where in TradeZilla we don't talk about options or we don't talk about adjustments. Here and there we'll be talking about some option setups, but predominantly we'll be talking about the trade setups, and predominantly we'll be talking about the market structure, the trading process, which is required for a directional trader, because not everybody in the markets is directional plus non-directional trader, right? So there are people who are purely directional traders as well. So TradeZilla is focused on directional traders who want to play long short strategies, whereas Option Hydra is kind of a completely different game where you want to involve in options and you want to adjust your option positions, you want to hedge your positions, and at the same time you want to take directional approach. Sometimes you want to take a neutral approach. So depends upon what kind of context is happening in the markets. We will be changing the trading ideas accordingly. The process, as the process changes, as the market itself changing, accordingly our strategies also keep on changing in the markets. So that's how it is. Otherwise, TradeZilla will be taught in a different market conditions, and Option Hydra will be taught in a different market conditions. That's the basic difference. So Chaitanya is asking, do yesterday's K period single print holds any significance? See, yesterday is more of an inside bar. If it's an inside bar, I don't take any important significance from the yesterday's structure. Maybe max to max, I look for any poor structures. So yesterday's structure is also not poor. In Nifty, only yesterday's structure was more of a prominent point of control, nothing much to say. So I don't take any reference from yesterday's K period. So K period, yes, it came up with kind of a double distribution, but still the inside bar is given as a little bit more higher weightage there. All right, yeah. I never understood market profile. Do you have any article or blog on market profile? Yes, I do. So if you are very new to market profile, you can just Google market profile tutorial. Probably you can just tag along with that market calls. Definitely you'll be able to get the link. Probably this link you'll be able to start here. You can start from here. Not only here, you can also go and look into the different profile structures. And from here, if you start, you'll be able to learn the basics of market profile. Or there is also an introduction tutorial which I had written. I think probably this link. Yeah. So here, the complete basic links are there. So you can just Google learn to trade any markets using market profile. Here, a lot of articles are there. Each and every link is an article, right? So you can go and read that particular article here. Followed by that, read about balance and imbalance structures, different types of profile days, 80% rule, the basic rule, open type and opening confidence, spikes and spike rules, failed auctions, poor highs, poor lows, excess. All those basic concepts are available over here. All right. All right. So let me stop the session here. And I'll say thank you for coming by, and thanks for coming and attending the session. So stay tuned to the Telegram group, and I'll be keep posting the updated information. As of now, nothing much happened. It's just ABCD balancing. Let me also take a note of that. It's ABCD balancing. I guess probably we had recorded those information, right? ABCD balancing. All right. So thanks for coming by and thanks for attending the session. So hope to see you soon in the option hydra sessions. Thank you.